A very good morning to you, crafty lot. I just sat down a minute ago on my table and I was just about to press start, and I realized I didn't have any of my lights on, so I quickly had to turn those on. How are we today? I'm just going to wait sort of a minute or so, everybody sort of to join us and catch up with us. We had such a lovely day yesterday. It was my little Lucy's birthday, and yeah, we had a barbecue in the garden, and it was so, I think quite a lot of people were in their gardens, because when we started to sing happy birthday for her, it was like really nice. All the neighbors started to sing for her as well, so I really loved that one. Right, let me just bring up the Facebook Live on my iPad here so I can see all your lovely comments. Right, I want comments on Diana Martinez. Good morning, Dawn. I hope you're all well and staying safe and doing all your crafty bits of what you can. So today was supposed to be Sarah, but unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, she needs to be in the studios today. So she's doing a couple of shows for Craft Body. So I'm going to do today, and she's going to do one, I think, next week some point. We just sort of alternated between us, and it's just if she can do it, then I do it. If I can do it, she does it. So it's been really great. So what I thought you're going to do today, because obviously she's got all the materials for the eye-pin jewellery and the samples as well herself. I sent FedExed it up to her, so we need to do something different. And what I thought we're going to do, we did the wire wrapping necklaces a couple of days ago, which a few of you had a go at. I've seen some pictures coming in, very easy technique. And I thought, to following on that, because it's a very similar technique, let's do some hair bands. Now, this once again, you can do with your children, you can do with your grandchildren. It's a very easy technique. There's many variations you can do. When you do these hair bands, they are still quite strong, but if you got, like my Lucy, she's got a really loads of hair and very thick ones as well. For her one, we hold it down with a little just sort of like a bobby clip on the side of it. But there's many variations you can do. You can use many different seed beads, or not seed beads, sorry, crystal beads. So this one is done with just a bicone, a double row of bicone. Again, this one is done with bicones, and at the top you got some cubes. You can also use some larger beads, some acrylic roses, or anything you have in your stash, really. Just sort of give you some idea of the different decorations on here. This one again I love. Just pop this onto the side because I need to show you. Now the ones, this one's got sort of longer beads on there. Now the one I love the most, it's probably the simplest one to do, is the one with the cubes themselves. And I think they just sort of a simple row of cubes will give you such a great texture on there, especially when you wear it, because with the cubes as well, like when you look at it from top down, obviously they are really, really beautiful, as well as the if you look at the bicones from top down, they look really beautiful. But when they are in your hair, you not really looking at it from top down, you look at it from side, and that's why the cubes are a really good one to use, because the cubes will look like the same from the side as from the top as well. So I love using those. Now a couple of tips, what you can do is, if you wish to make a particular color, and this one and the black one has got it, you can wrap the your tiara band, because this is really a tiara band what we're using here, with some just some any ribbon you have at home to make it a particular color. This one is black as well. Otherwise it's gonna be the color of the tiara band, which is like a rhodium color, and I think it looks quite nice as well, just to leave the color itself. So again, what you're going to be using, you're going to be using wire. Now I'm going to use 0.5mm wire, because it's not as thick as the 6 what we used for the necklaces themselves, because wanted more rigidity. You can go down to 0.4 if you wish, but you have to keep a tight attention with 4. It's really it's you know, whatever you have at home. And if you haven't got any wire at home, you can still have a go with like a fishing line type of material. Like this one is just sort of done with a fishing line as well. But if you do it with a fishing line, you have to keep a very tight tension, because with the fishing line, we call it invisible thread material, it sort of starts to travel back up. With the wire, because you're making your sharp sort of turns at the bottom, it really keeps it there in place. Let me just see your lovely comments before I start and going into the demo. Oh gosh, there's quite a few of you here today. Andrea saying good morning, Joe saying good morning, good morning Helen, good morning Natalie, Nat from Gorgeous there. Chris is saying good morning from South Wales. Natalie's saying, hope you enjoyed the barbecue. Yes, we did. This was the first one we had this year, and we really utterly enjoyed it. It was only the family, us together, but it was just nice to do something in the garden, really, and we sat there pretty much all of the afternoon. Lindsay's saying, good morning. Can join you today as day off. Oh, very good, and I'm glad you are here with us. Chef saying, good morning, Kitty. She's saying, hi Kitty, you're looking as always. Stay safe. Thank you, Chef. Angela saying, made this from USB 1. Yes, this was one of the projects on USB 1, so if you got them at home, you will be familiar with it. Paula saying good morning Paula. Angela saying they look lovely. Cameron saying good morning Kitty, and thanks for liking my photos. Are you very welcome. I love to see any of your makes, whatever you make, even from the Facebook Live or our USBs. We got a couple of groups on Facebook. The best one is probably where the most people are, the Totally Beads, totally handmade by Totally Beads, and it's just like-minded people, and they just sort of post their pictures, what they've been making, even if it's my design or somebody else's design, or they taken my design further, or Sarah's design. Everybody's, it's just really nice to see what you're up to. It makes us feel less isolated, I suppose, these days, that we can still interact with each other. Christine is saying good morning, hope you enjoyed the barbecue. Yes, I did very much. Alison saying morning Alison, morning Bernie, morning Dee, morning Maria, morning Julie, morning Lucy. Lucy saying thank you for spending time with us today. You're very welcome. I have to say I really enjoy this little Facebook Lives, because this is sort of my interaction with outside of the family, I guess, on a daily basis. So it's been really good, really helping me as well. And I'm Morgan saying good morning. Made these at Christmas as Christmas presents. Yes, so they are perfect for presents, or perfect for, you know, anything, anybody you want to make it, and they are really easy, and we're just going to show you, so you can do it with your children, your grandchildren as well. So with this one, we'd want to cover the whole of the tiara band. So you're going to start sort of maybe an inch from the bottom and go all the way around. When we did the necklaces, we have to sort of work out where is the middle, and we did it so we can move it on if we needed to. By the way, the free PDF is on the website, so go ahead on the website. You do need to put in your basket and check out, so you can download it, share the video, so your friends and family can get a free PDF as well, and can start creating. Simon also put a couple of offers for you on the website for this, because we thought just sort of want to support you a little bit more of this lockdown and make it more affordable for you. So the tiara bands, they're usually £1 each. They are 3 for 2 at the moment on the website, and so for £2 you're gonna get 3 pieces. And I put a bundle of crystal cubes together for you, where you get 10 strands. So normally they're £2.50 each, so the 10 strands would be £25, but we're gonna do it for £16.99. It's sort of just a mixed colors, but it's something sort of, if you want to do the tiara bands, or if you want to use it for something different, they're just really, really gorgeous. So we're going to pick it from stock, whatever color we got available, but we got quite a good range, so we're going to make sure you get a very good color sort of mixture. But there is no 2 strings, it's going to be the same. Right, so without further ado, let's start this demo. I'm going to line up my end sticking upwards, because, and on the outside of my my hairband here, because I don't want, if you put it on the inside, yes, you will hide it, but however, this end can be a little bit scratchy on your head, so I always like to put my scratchy end on the outside. And we're going to do the same thing what we did excuse me, my voice is going. I'm going to do the same thing what we did with the necklace. We're just going to sort of wrap you around a few times, just without the crystals themselves, just to secure the end on there. Excuse me. And I'm going to take either a flat nose or a chain nose pliers and just sort of flatten them on there a little bit, just to sort of tidy them up. They're just going to sit there at the end, nice and neat. And then you got a really nice beginning. So when you are ready to start adding your crystals, you're going to bring a crystal up and you're just going to do the same motion as you did just now. You're going to wrap it around, but you're going to make sure this crystal is sitting nicely on the top. I like to set them so they're slightly on the angle. So when you put it all the way up, but you can set them straight as well if you like. When you set them on an angle, I think you just get a little bit more sparkle there. Excuse me, my voice is going. And so on, and you're just going to sort of add it bead by bead, pull it really tight, bringing them up and ending them, just sort of wrapping them around. Very nice and easy technique. Just do a few more loops for her here so you can see the effect. Especially now, I think we all will need this as our hair is growing. I think the last time I had a haircut, it was in December. And I was sort of due to have one. I have one probably every about 3 months. But now, obviously, I can't. So I'm definitely going to need one of these. And just like that. So as you can see, I've done quite a few there. And just sitting nice and snug next to each other. As you're working, if you're doing it with wire, the other great thing about it, that you can go back and you can slightly adjust it. If one of your loops is a little bit bigger, I would just go back and a little bit press down on the wire itself, and that will tighten up your loops. And just keep going round and round. This will come around quite quickly. So Maria is saying, good morning from Malta. Oh wow, how's the weather there? Although I have to say, we got such nice and glorious sunny weather here today. I'm at work today. We are split into 2 teams of Totally Beads. So one team was in on Tuesday, Thursday, and we are in Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I know it's Good Friday and we should be having it off, but we got so many lovely orders and we thought that we're gonna furlough the Good Friday and have it when sort of we can go out and do things, because at the moment we would be just, well, probably sitting in a garden at home, but we just thought perhaps it will be nicer to have it later on. I'm gonna take some of this wire up because I have to go down so far every time. So I got them further up and it's easier to wrap. But this is it really to the technique. There is nothing else. Just keep going and wrapping, making sure these crystal beads sit just on the top of it. You're gonna have, you know, fairly quickly, you're gonna go all the way around. Just make sure you're keeping a really tight tension, pulling that wire. This is why you could probably, you know, you even do it with 0.3 wire, but with the 0.3 wire, if you pull quite hard, it can break. So that's why I like to use a slightly thicker one. So 0.4, but I'm using 0.5 here. 0.6 is probably going to be too thick, but you can experiment. You can experiment with different colors. You can experiment different colors of crystals. So if you want to have a particular pattern, you need to string it on the way how you want to add it onto your hairband, but don't forget you can always sort of stop and work your thread off, not thread, you work your wire off and start a new one. And that's it. Doris is saying, hi Kitty. Doris from North Wales, good morning. Always nice to see you. Oh, good morning to you, lovely. It's so nice to see you that like day by day you always come back and watch us, because that was my sort of biggest fear when we started to do this, that who will want to watch me every single day. But you've been absolute, like, you know, pleasure to, I guess. Thank you so much for coming and watching us every day. Leslie's saying good morning Leslie. Joy is saying, hi Kitty, would round beads work well for those? My customers are going crazy for miracle beads at the moment. And would, I can't see the end of it, let me just see it here. My customers going crazy for miracle beads at the moment and would love to do a rainbow hairband. You can absolutely can. I haven't done one with round beads. I done one with bicones. I presume the round beads would work very well as well, so you could give it a try. Miracle beads come in very different sizes. I think the 4mm would be might have to go up to 6mm with miracle beads, and you might want to, because they're more sort of centered, to add a seed bead to either side of the miracle bead, just to sort of cover the wire, the hole down to the band itself, and on the other way up. But you can do all sorts of different patterns. It's really up to you that what you like doing or what colors. And I think rainbow ones probably would look really well as well. I was walking the other day, it was the day before yesterday, I think. No, the day before that, in the evening. We went out for quite a long walk. And as I was coming back, in one of the houses, they had these wonderful pebbles right in front on the top of the little wall at the front of the house. And they were all painted rainbow. And apparently this is, they had they put like, should have taken a picture of it, but I didn't have my phone with me. Apparently this little boy who's 5 years old been painting all these lovely pebbles into rainbow colors that for anybody to take to brighten day up. And I thought it was such a lovely thing to do that bless him, probably kept him busy as well at home. And it was just really nice to see. So he was just outside of their house, just sort of put out there on the front wall. And it was really nice to see there were so many people displaying rainbows in their windows and children doing drawings. I think it's really nice to see that the country's coming together and doing something, and it's crafty. It's all crafty. So I'm almost all the way around. Let me just see if you got any more lovely messages. Helen's saying, good morning, Kitty. So sorry if I'm repeating something. Can we buy the hairbands? Yes, you can. So the hairbands, Simon put it on offer for you. So usually they are £1 each, but they are 3 for 2 on the website at the moment. So if you add 3 to your basket, you're only going to be charged for 2. We also created a lovely bundle of cube beads, because as I said, with the cube beads, doesn't matter if you look it from the side or if you look it from the top, they really look great. So we're going to give you 10 strands of the cube beads. They're usually £2.50 each, so the 10 strand would be £25, but the mix will be £16.99 for you today. If you need any materials, we're still standing out orders. Obviously there is no post today, but they're not picking up post today, but it will go out on Tuesday. And as I said, it's really easy to do. So if you got children or grandchildren at home, this is again a perfect little project with them, especially with girls to do. You could do it with not crystals, but cheaper materials if you like. But I think with the crystals, it just gives that really nice sparkle in it. And if you go outside, the sunshine really going to sparkle these crystals up. Or even indoors, I think it's just, they're really nice. But you could use any beads. or any combination of beads, making your own pattern up. Do download the free PDF. Share the video as well with your friends and family, because the PDF is only there for one day, and once the PDF is gone, it will be gone tomorrow at 10 a.m. and it will be something else instead. So if you want to download it, you have to do it today. I just probably need to add about 3 or 4 more beads, and I went all the way around. So as you can see, it didn't really take me that long to do. Once you bend all the way around, I like to add a little bit of ribbon or something just sort of towards the end of the hairband, because that's what gets most contact sort of behind your ears, or most contact with your skin, and just sort of make it as comfortable as we can. I think one more. So I just added my last crystal, and then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to wrap this around a few times without adding any crystals, just to secure the end down nicely and quite tight as well. Now obviously we can't pull the end underneath there, so after I went around about 5 times, I'm going to jump back up and come around one more time, and as I come here, I'm going to cut the end off and tuck this little piece of wire left right under the last crystal, so it won't be visible, but it won't be the inside of my hairband, so it will be on the outside, so you won't have that scratchy little feeling. So that's it, and then again I'm going to flatten down the last few just to secure them on there, and that's it. Your hairband is ready. So all is left to do is, I'm sorry, but the only ribbon I found here at work is this black one. So usually I would match the ribbon. I got a few more at home. So I would match the ribbon to the crystals, and all I would do, add a tiny bit of glue and wrap it on there, just like that. Sort of, again, wrap it on an angle, so you keep moving along. And come back up on yourself. So you're sort of doubling up. But that's all I would do for it. And then again, you're going to add a tiny bit of glue at the end, and that will hold that down, and you got a very nice safe end there. So when you're wearing it, it's going to give you a quite comfortable feeling against your skin. So that's it really. There is not, that's all it is. It's not really complicated. So it's very easy to do. Let me just show you the finished samples again, so all the different variations you can do. If you do want, you could do a ribbon all the way around like I showed you before you add your crystals, and then it changes the color of it. So if you want a black one, I added the ribbon, what you just seen here, on there first before I added the beads, so all of it is black, and I used a black wire on this one. I only had 0.4 in black, so that's what's on there, but I used like little rose beads and bits of pieces more to make it a bit more exciting. Again, you could do so many different patterns, bicons, you could fit a couple on there, but again, I have to say I love the cubes on, because they're the simplest ones, and they really look good from any angle. So even from front on, that's a bicon one, or from the top as well, they give you a lovely pattern. So that's it for me today. Let me just go back to your lovely comments. I'm really sorry if I missed somebody's. I don't mean to. Good morning, Kitty. Oh no, I answered that one. Hi, Kitty. Would round beads work? Yes, yes, it would. You just might want to add a seed bead to either side to sort of cover the wire up, and the little gap what you will have as it's sitting on the top of the hairband itself. Nat saying, I made something similar for my wedding 4 years ago. My tiara. yes, I got tiaras as well. A couple of samples of tiaras somewhere. I have to have a look. So if you do want me to show you how to do a tiara, I can do it next week some point. Unfortunately, I haven't got a PDF on it, but I'm really happy to show you how to make a tiara, because I made a couple of wedding things for my cousin a couple of years ago, and I really enjoyed it as well. So it's something like, you know, especially if you got smaller children at home, something what you could do together. Again, a really easy technique. You got so many different variations, and something what you can create together, and just think about it, doing like a little sparkly tiara with your little princess at home. I think they would really love it. So if you want me to do tiara, comment below, and I will do put it in the week for next week. Net's saying yes please, so I will put that on there. Catherine saying just order the hairbands and crystals and use my points. Looking forward to making these. Oh, well done, Catherine. So points on the website. We got, if you sign up on Totally Beads, we got a scheme that every pound you spend, you get some points, and then it all adds up, and then you get vouchers. When you accumulate, I think 250 points, which is translates to £2.50, and then you can use it to buy your lovely beads, or use it. Oh, they are saying less beads. Yes, I'm going to put a tiara on. I'm going to do that next week. Lucy's saying that looked a lot easier than I thought it would be. The headbands look lovely. Oh, thank you, Lucy. This is it. I'm going to show you the tiara next week then, and that is just as easy for you to do. All you need a little mixture of beads, or you know, whatever material you want to use. You don't have to do it in white. You can do any color as well. You can make it as small or as big as you want. So that's it for me today. Thank you so much for watching. Sarah's going to be with you tomorrow. She is doing, oh, I did check the list, but I forgot. She's doing, I know, the French jewellery on Sunday, and there was something else tomorrow, but it's in the events section on Totally Beads, so do go and check out. If you do click on the page that you were interested, then it will send you a message just before the Facebook Live, so you will know you won't miss it. But even if you missed it, you can always come back and watch us. It's all on the Facebook page. There you can just sort of scroll back and watch the previous videos as well. So we've been doing this for 3 weeks now, and it's been really lovely. I love doing them. I love the interaction with you guys. So thank you so much for watching us, and I'll be back next week. We haven't worked out with Sarah who is doing what day next, but we will do that tomorrow. So yeah, so share the video, download the PDF, check out the bargains on the website. If you need anything, we're still sending orders out, and I will see you next week. So thank you so much. Bye.